There was a man who dreamed of building the finest ship to sail the seas. He worked day and night, designed every detail, hiring a crew, buying supplies, and plotting the course himself. At first, the ship sailed well, but soon storms came. The crew argued, the sails tore, and the man found himself bailing water with his own hands. He grew wary, wondering if his dream would sink before it reached its destination. One day, another ship sailed by, strong, steady, and unshaken by the waves. Its captain stood at the helm with peace in his eyes. The man called out, "How do you stay afloat in these storms?" The captain smiled. "This ship isn't mine. It belongs to the king. He built it, he owns it, and he takes care of it. My job is simply to follow his orders." The man thought for a long time. Then, in the middle of the sea, he raised the white flag over his ship and said, "From this day on, this vessel belongs to the king." The moment he surrendered ownership, everything changed. The king sent skilled hands to repair the sails, a loyal crew to man the deck, and a steady wind to carry the ship forward. Storms still came, but now the man rested because the owner was responsible for the ship's safety, growth, and destination. Lord means owner. In Psalms 24:1, it says, "The earth is the Lord's and everything in it." When you hold on to ownership, you hold on to all the stress, all the weight, all the responsibility. It's on your shoulders. But when you surrender it to the Lord, the true owner, he takes charge to protect, preserve, and prosper what's his. Once I realized this, it changed everything in my life. When I go about and I see people and I see things, I'm like, that's the Lord's. God owns that. And so my mind started to change. There's a clear example of this in the Gospels. You remember when Jesus tells his disciples, "Go into this town, go find this donkey, and bring it to me." But the disciples are like, "What am I going to say?" And then Jesus replies, "Tell them it's the Lord's." Remember, Lord means owner. Lord is not a religious word, it's a political word. Adonai, this just means the owner. And then another example, when the disciples tell him, "Where are we going to go? Where are we going to rest?" Jesus is like, "The birds, they have their nests. The foxes, they have their holes. But the Son of Man has nowhere to stay because he owns the whole place. Everything is his." Jesus walked in this principle. He understood. The Father owns everything. The Father owns everything. This is how kingdoms operate. In a kingdom, if you're a citizen, nothing is yours. Everything belongs to the king. And if the king likes you, he will give you anything. Look at Herod. King Herod. He owned everything. He's king. Herodias' daughter came in and pleased the king. And he said, "Whatever you want, up to half my kingdom, I will give it to you." The king has the authority to give you whatever he wants, whenever, no matter who it belongs to, because he owns everything. He owns the people. He gives the people everything. And so this is God. God as king, he owns everything. Every time I go and I see something, I'm like, "God, you own that. You own that." And knowing this, he can give it to me whenever he wants. Once I surrendered my businesses, my ideas, my vision to him, now it's his responsibility. I got no stress. I got no fear, no pressure on me. Just like the parable, I steer the boat. He gives me the orders. He owns it. I'm cruising. It's literally like putting your car on cruiser mode. All you got to do is steer, but it drives itself. Once you start operating like this, you will put yourself at such a higher tier than everyone else. People work so hard for money. They sacrifice so much just to survive. Jesus says, why do you worry about these things? Why do you worry about these things of eating and drinking and clothes? The Father, the King, knows that you need them. He's a good king. He supplies all of his citizens. So enter into the kingdom. He will provide you with more than you can even want. Seek first. Seek first. Seek first the kingdom and his righteousness, being in right authority, right standing with the king. And then all of these things will be added to you because he wants. There's so many times where God says, for my name's sake, I do this for my name's sake. Just like if this product, this Apple iPhone, blew up, since the image is on the phone, the owner of Apple will do any and everything it can to make sure its reputation doesn't fail. If this phone just blew up and the word got out, the image of the phone on it, it'll spread to the whole company and owner. It could destroy the whole company. So they'll repair it. They don't even know me. They will repair it on their own. They will go to so many far lengths just to make sure that the phone is working. I get a new phone. They need to preserve their name. So God is the same. He's a manufacturer. He stamped his image on us. Genesis 1:26, let us make man in our image and likeness. So if man fails, if we're not successful, that rubs off on his reputation. If we're functioning properly and we surrender to him, he owns us. He takes care of us. Now his name is secured because he's making sure that we're successful and we're working properly. Next time you go out, just remember, God owns that. God owns that piece of land. God owns this whole company. God owns this building. God owns those people. God owns me. God owns this house. God owns this book. God owns this computer. I haven't worked for any of this. That's how good God is. He sees that I'm a good manager. I'm a decent manager, getting better. He gives me. He'll give me, just like the parable of the talents. He'll give me according to how I can manage. So he's blessed me so much. He sends me the people. He sends us the people so we can help. He sends us the people to buy our products. He sends us the people to work with us. He sends us the people to help us. He sends us the people that will offer us, will offer their things to us. He sends us the resources so we can keep growing because we surrendered it to him. He owns it. Now he is in charge of it. So if you got anything out of this video, I say you subscribe and like the video, comment, seek first. And I highly encourage you to surrender your life, your vision, your journey, your business, your job, your everything to him. Let him take care of it. He wants to. He needs you to be successful. And my life is a clear testimony. There's so many people that God just supplies them with everything for his name's sake. Jesus loves y'all. See you in the next video.